Nets last night, beating Brooklyn in Brooklyn by 10. The Nets also dealing with injuries, COVID, etc. James Harden, guys, he's just getting frustrated.
I don't know about any reports. Of course, I'm frustrated because, we're not healthy. It's a lot of inconsistency for whatever reason, injuries, COVID, whatever you want to call it. But it's frustrating. I think everybody in this organization is frustrated because we are better than what our record is, and we should be, on the way up. So that's all it is. I don't know about reports. If you didn't hear from me, I don't talk to nobody. I have an agent. if you don't hear from me, then it's reports. So, I'm frustrated because I want to win, and I'm a competitor. It's pretty simple. Thanks.
Stephen A., do you feel like James Harden's frustrations are justified?
Yes, they are. What I will say is you do have an obligation to tell the truth if you're going to talk to the press and say what he said. The reality of the situation is James Harden, we can point to a plethora of things in the past that you didn't say that were reported that ended up being true. The departure of Chris Paul. The departure of Dwight Howard, the departure of Russell Westbrook. I love James Harden, but there are a plethora of instances that people can point to where you didn't tell the media a damn thing. The reports came out, and it ended up being exactly what was speculated about. So let's get that out the way. But I'm gonna tell you, Jay Williams.
Let me guess where you're gonna go.
No, don't guess. Don't guess. Just stay there and take it, because your turn is coming. I want to break it down to you, Jay Williams.
All ears.
Okay, because you're my brother. You see what's really going on, right? Is that James Harden came to Brooklyn and he realized they should have went to the Knicks. That's what they realized. What I mean by that, Jay, I'm not talking about. Let me be very clear. You got me. All right, I'm in the process of losing a bet to you where I'm going to have to buy you a Tom Ford suit. I mean, it's not looking good for me right now. I'll openly confess that, Jay. I'll openly confess that.
How many Tom Ford suits are you buying these days? It seems like a lot. You're losing a lot of bets.
No. I got a few other suits, Brioni and some others too, but don't worry about it. Stay tuned.
Please don't digress.
All right, I don't want to digress. She distracted me. But the point is this, Jay. I'm not saying like the Knicks is presently constructed. And I'm talking about from a fan perspective. You see, what people don't realize behind the scenes is that my brother Jay, who sits here, he's usually smiling, Molly, until he comes on First Take. And you know why he's not smiling when he comes on First Take? Because he usually went to a Brooklyn Nets game before the night before. And when he goes to that game, and he hears those crowds, serenading about the other team, but not the Brooklyn Nets. And he sits there, and
it bothers me.
Jay, because Jay knows, and see, this is the thing. You are absolutely right. The Knicks can't shine the Nets' shoes from a talent perspective. I know that. But you see, when the New York Knicks win a playoff game, not even a series, fans are like, yo, we won a damn championship. James Harden, not even the fans. I don't even have to get to the fans. James Harden's like, I'm frustrated, we losing. Yo, bro, they 9 games over 500. They're top 3 seed in the East. And he talked about losing. You know why? Because that's how it feels. Because in Brooklyn, what happens is the Barclays Center crowd, first of all, they ain't all Brooklyn Nets fans. They come to watch the other team, half of them. Half of them there for the Nets. The other half is for the visiting team. And then when you leave the Barclays Center, all you see is traffic on Atlantic Avenue. There's no real interest. Okay? You got KD, maybe the best player in the world. You got James Harden, big time. You got Kyrie Irving, box office, spectacular. Okay, you walk through the turnstiles to see a brother like that play. And guess what? You're having a hard time finding interest outside of the Barclays Center. That is what has hit Harden. And he's going like this. I left Houston. By the way, a state with no state income tax. That's very important to add. I left Houston for this?
Molly.
You don't come here in a bad mood because of the Nets. We know why you come here in a bad mood.
That's what it is.
Yes, because you're always smiling when you see me. We're cool.
We're great.
When he looks that way,
we're talking about life and Spanish lessons outside.
That's right.
That's
right. We're working on being the best version of ourselves.
That's what it is.
Then you come and people get angry.
A couple of things. Let me prioritize a couple of things. Number one, You're going to stop embarrassing yourself
Why?
in front of the world.
Why?
And putting the Knicks and the Nets in the same damn
But I
sentence.
didn't. I didn't.
But you do.
I didn't.
You do a lot.
I didn't.
And by the way,
I didn't.
they're not.
No, they're not.
You know
They're
why?
not.
You know
They're
why?
not.
Yeah,
They're
they're
not.
not. So
But the
let's
fans
stop
are.
doing
But
it.
the fans are.
No, the fans aren't.
The fan base is.
Well, I'm not talking about
The fan base is. I am.
You know what?
I am.
You know what brings
I am.
fans?
That's right.
Getting to championship games or
Act-
getting close,
Actually,
or their
that's-
performance on the court.
Actually, the Nets are disproving that thing. That theory. I mean, there's more fans. There's more Knicks fans than there's Nets fans.
First off,
I mean, it ain't even close.
let me ask you a question.
Go
about
ahead.
it. To go back to James Harden being frustrated.
Sure.
Okay. We're coming off, today is the 2-year anniversary of Kobe.
Yes.
You know, when I think about Kobe, I think about standard of excellence.
Yeah.
So for some marginal teams, for some marginal people, they might think, he's frustrated because of the fans. But I'm actually frustrated because we should be number 1 in the East. We should be playing better basketball right now.
Really? Is that right?
Even though I have a 30-point triple-double,
Is that right?
you know what? I expect to win these type of games. And you know what? Even though there's drama, you can lip your lips all you want. I got some chapstick for you. You need it? Here, use
no,
that.
don't share it.
Okay?
You know what? I don't
Just use your
share it.
finger.
Guys,
Okay, well,
don't share it.
give him a
That's
cotton swab or something. You need it, but you need a lot of licking there. I don't need all the licking. Anyway, what I'm getting back to, my point is that because James Harden should be frustrated because he came here to win. Last year, when they were down, when they're up 2-1 against Milwaukee, after Kyrie gets hurt, he comes back and he still had a chance to win.
Yes.
Who won the world championship last year or
Milwaukee.
the NBA championship? Milwaukee.
Yes.
Okay. Who was a shot away from beating Milwaukee without James Harden
That's right.
pretty much being on the court and
right.
Kyrie?
That's KD?
KD.
That's right.
So, yes, I am allowed to be frustrated when I want to achieve the ultimate success.
Right.
Your second thing about telling the truth.
Okay.
That's an interesting comment. You know why?
Yeah.
Why do I want to tell the media the damn truth? I don't owe nothing to y'all. I don't have to tell you exactly what I'm feeling. I don't have to tell you exactly what I'm going.
You too.
Oh, I'm part of
You in the media?
I don't expect it.
Don't absolve yourself.
You're speaking like as hard.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you all.
I don't need to get into my emotional
said us.
bag.
Well, go ahead.
Us.
Yes.
Sorry, us. Does that make you feel better?
That does make me feel better.
Us. I
That does
don't
make me
owe
feel better.
us anything.
Okay.
Why do I need to tell you if I don't like living in Brooklyn? I'm here to play ball, man.
Yeah.
I'm a hooper.
Yes, he is.
If I
He
win
is.
a championship,
Right.
this all take care of itself. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
You don't give me $80 million more. My situation may change with Kyrie.
Right.
I have Kevin Durant, and we will continue to do what we do, which is hooping. Stephen A., this has nothing to do with the damn Knicks, with fans. This has to do with a standard of excellence that not a lot of people apparently have. Because for some teams like the Knicks, you would be happy with being third place in the East. But for teams like, or a guy like James Harden with the firepower, maybe they don't want to be third place in the East.
Well, first of all, Harden is very experienced with being number 2 or number 3 in the conference, wouldn't you say? I mean, he spent a lot of time in Houston at that level. So let's not act like it's new. That's number 1. Number 2, this is the disadvantage and one of the biggest reasons I'm laughing at something you missed. Because the same Jay Williams that sat here, and if you're fair, Molly, you'll side with me on this.
I'm fair.
The same Jay Williams.
Oh, I know where he's going.
The same Jay Williams, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
The same Jay Williams that is sitting there, he's frustrated. They're not winning. It's about winning. They should be number 1 in the damn East. Isn't this the same dude that said just a week ago on national TV right on this platform that he had no problem with them being a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th seed?
Facts.
So
Yeah.
that's it. So
Facts.
what I'm saying.
Facts. I did say that.
So what I'm saying is that's not consistent with
Yes, it
what
is.
you just said.
Yes, it is.
That's not
I didn't
consistent.
tell-
How you gonna be satisfied a week ago with them being a 4th or 5th seed, but now you frustrated they ain't number 1? How that work?
Can I explain?
Yes, you can.
Should I raise my voice so you can hear me?
Would you like me to be mellow? I could
I
go
would
mellow.
prefer for you to
I
be
could go
mellow.
mellow. I could go
Thank
mellow.
you.
I could go
Thank
mellow.
you.
Go ahead, man. I'll
So,
go mellow.
let me
I go mellow. Go ahead.
I didn't say to throw games, Stephen A.
I didn't say you said throw games.
Okay, so I like that James Harden is pissed off. I like that he's frustrated. You know why? Because the reality is there isn't that much, with the exception of Patty Mills, around James Harden when KD and Kyrie are not on the floor. What I did say is that they happen to draw a situation where they can't have home court advantage. That would actually work out to their favor because more games than less, they would have the big 3 on the court. And I don't care, frankly, about home court. I care about having Kyrie, James Harden, and KD playing the majority of the games in the series.
I agree
That's
with
what
you.
I care about.
I
I didn't
agree
say
with you.
throw games.
And-
So there wasn't a
Time out,
contradiction
time
in
out, time out,
myself
time out.
here.
It was a contradiction. I never said that you said throw games. I never said that you said that.
You implied it.
No, I did
Subtly.
not. I did no such thing.
I saw you look into the camera and imply it.
Time out.
I only imply when it comes to Cowboys because I like trolling their fans. I say what I need to say with everything else. And what I am saying to you is this.
Finding a similarity between Cowboy fans and Knicks fans, but go ahead.
No similarities there.
Yeah, there's a lot of pain.
We know we stink. We don't believe. You don't hear Knicks fans saying we gonna win the NBA championship next year. You don't hear us saying that.
Is there tape of him saying that they can get to the Eastern Conference semifinals or the finals? So what do you mean?
Time out. Didn't I just say?
Okay, go ahead.
You don't hear us saying Knicks fans are gonna win the NBA championship?
New York, stand up. Go ahead. Okay, but
I didn't
still
say.
a little bit
That's not
bloviating
saying. That's not saying they're gonna win a chip.
Yeah.
Cowboy fans lie to themselves all the time.
Trae Young showed up and then the party
but in the
was
end,
over.
here's the reality of the situation. Harden, why would Harden be frustrated with them being 29 and 18 and third in the Eastern Conference? Harden's not frustrated by that. Harden's frustrated by all the drama that has surrounded this team and the fact that his horses ain't there. And he ain't blaming no KD, because we all know KD balls all day, every day, if he's healthy.
You know what?
And we know that Harden does the same thing. But we all know the drama that has surrounded the Nets franchise. And when we talk about, there are reports, not me, but whether it's Woj or anybody else out there, you've seen people speculating as to whether or not Harden would stay in Brooklyn after this year. Would he go down I-95 to Philadelphia with Daryl Morey and the boys? Speculation coming out of those camps. Why? Why is that happening? Because they're implying that Harden is not happy in Brooklyn. Why would you be unhappy? Why? Tell me. I'm
not saying I disagree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying I disagree with that.
So my point is, he's not happy in Brooklyn. There's only two reasons not to be unhappy in Brooklyn. There's only two. And one of them is obviously all the drama that has surrounded this team.
Yeah.
All I'm telling you, as a producer tells me to rap, and I refuse to listen to him,
Okay. No.
is that if they win a championship, all is taken care of, Stephen A. These are the dog days.
I agree with that.
As Hoopers, January, February,
I agree.
These are the tough days.
I agree.
Media's
So then why
gonna
you
ask
upset?
crazy questions.
Then why you emotional?
Because you make me emotional,
me? I do
damn
that.
it.
No, I don't
And you
do that.
know you do.
You don't have to be
All
that
I'm
way.
saying to
You don't
you
have to be that
is
way.
talk to me when it comes time for March.
Right,
Talk to me when we get into April, when they start actually hooping and they're on the court together.
Time out. Just in case the audience needs to know this, Jay will be here in March.
Oh, I'll be here a lot.
April, May,
Yes.
and June. Nobody disinvited you. You'll be right there.
What?
The point is, it's January right now. February's approaching. I'll talk to you down the line as well. It don't change today. It don't change today. I mean, you got to deal with today. You got to deal with the fact that you went to the Lakers game. Notice I said the Lakers game is at the Barclays Center. The Lakers game last night because there was more Laker fans in there. That's right.
Don't do
You
it.
was at the game. You was at the game. How was it? How many Brooklyn Nets fans did you see?
Last word here, and then we're going to get to football.
LeBron.
I don't even know what to say.
Jay,
I'm just going to stare him down.
That happened at the Garden.
Jay, what would Kobe do?
Kobe would
He would ignore the noise.
I can't wait to drop 81 on you. I'll take 81.
Kobe could ignore the noise because they would be rooting for Kobe.
Okay. All right. I
So
can't.
So now you're telling me people don't root for KD?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in Brooklyn.
Here, you know what, Jay? We'll go to a sore subject for Stephen A. That would be Aaron Rodgers, who lost to Jimmy G. I don't know if you saw.
Keep the same energy.